Hi, it's Rona, and today is Scraplift Crafternoon, where a group of my friends scraplift a layout, and this is the layout we're scraplifting. It is by ScrappyMandaJane, and Amanda used Pretty Little Studio products on her layout, and I believe she used the same collection that I'm going to use here, Gingersnap. So I pulled it out. I decided I wanted to do some fall photos. This is one of my favorite collections. I have many, I think, but this is one of them. And I'm just going to show you a few things. And I've also been on a mission to use up some scraps, and there were a bunch of scraps in this. This piece of paper that I'm going to use as my background is actually from Well Read. I have been hoarding it, and I'm glad to get it on a layout. I love how it turned out with this. Amanda had used a grid pattern in her background, and so I wanted to use a grid. Now, I could have just used that. It would be close enough. But I had the idea that I needed to do some borders because she had used some borders on hers. And I didn't want to just go with that. I felt like it was kind of cheating. So I wanted to make a border. Now the yellow background that you're seeing here is just a piece of cardstock. And it's a coordinations cardstock. And I'm using the back side of it. And I decided I wanted to use up some scraps. And so some of these, like these pieces here, that's a sheet that's just full of all these different patterns. And I love cutting them up and using them in different ways. And I'm going to use them as my border in this situation. I've got some that are scraps, some that are pieces of that I still had left because I've already used some of it. And I want some of the yellow to show. So you're going to see some where there's gaps. And then I've torn the edges so that I get a little bit of a torn edge. And I'm going to butt some of them up real close. And then some of them I'm going to leave it a little bit of that yellow showing. Not a lot, but just a little bit to kind of make that show through a little bit and give me that one more color. So you saw Amanda's layout, and she has a border, and then she has it looks like a solid cardstock, and then she has her grid, and she did some a border on the left-hand side. And I'm going to use that paper that I showed you that I said would be cheating, which obviously wouldn't be because it's scraplift. You can do it however you want to. But I'm going to cut part of that out to use like she did. Hers kind of looks like a tree going up the side. And then she has some owls over top of the photos. And I didn't have that, so I end up using one of those banners that I showed you in the beginning. So I'm just continuing with this. It's kind of fun, and it's a great way to use up scraps. And I think it makes, a really cute look. I'm not too worried about the insides because I know the insides are going to be covered up. That's why they're, sometimes it's a white border like that one. And sometimes it's uneven or torn, and sometimes it's not, that kind of thing. That part's all going to be covered up. Actually, the outer edge is the only thing that will be showing. And in some cases, it's going to hang off the edge. And in some cases, it's going to, show a little bit of the yellow. So I tore a few of the sheets and then put them close to the edge, but not all the way. So Scraplift Crafternoon is a group of my friends, and I do feel like they're friends. We've never met, but I've loved working with them. You kind of get to know a person as you watch their videos, and I watch each one of their videos every single week. I think most of them watch my videos every single week as well, and it's just, you kind of learn about their life, you learn about their style. I enjoy that so much, and and then there's some that you connect with on Messenger or whatever, and that's been kind of fun too. Just for tips and just different things about life or whatever. So it's been a really good time. But every Sunday we scrap lift the same layout, and any one of us can ask a creator if we can scrapbook their layout. And I did ask Amanda if we could scrap lift this, and she gave us permission. So that's kind of fun. So we get all of our styles kind of represented because each one of us are asking to scrap lift a favorite layout. So if you have a layout that you would love to see us scrap lift, let me know in the comments. That would be so fun. We do scrap lift people who have newer YouTube channels. We scrap lift people who don't have a YouTube channel at all. They maybe just post on Instagram and that kind of thing. So if you have a layout that you'd like for us to lift, I think we're already have layouts chosen all the way almost to August. But if you are interested in that, let me know, and we will add you into our scrap lifting layouts, because that's a lot of fun. So I pulled out my little blooms here, and this is my second pack of these. I had a couple sheets of paper left, not many. I'm almost used all of this, but I had to have some more of the blooms or I wouldn't be able to finish it up, because I love these little bits here. And I like how she used more leaves, and I'm going to use these little wildflowers. Now she had done some, it was either stenciling or just splatters, and I decided I wanted to use my little splatter stencil and my scorched timber and just do this instead of making up watercolor and splattering it. I don't know why, just something different. It really has about the same look, but this is maybe a little bit more soft, I guess. And since I was using this brown, I just felt like I wanted it to be a little soft this time. Just something different. So I'm going to add that in 3 places, and that's what she had done. My embellishment clusters kind of end up a little bit different than hers. I still have the 3 places. The top one, you can see there that I've chosen to use a tag, and she used some banners. I do use I go and pull out, you can see there to my left that I pulled out some labels. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Pulled out some labels that are not from this collection. I didn't have any from this collection that were going to work. I had some, but they were thin, and I wanted to get the border and then maybe a little bit of embellishing still on the same label, and so that's why I went and pulled out a different collection. And I ended up using one that was the same size that she did. I also pulled out some flair. You can see that flair over there on the right. That is from Scrap and Happy Studio, and it's the vintage ones, and I love them. They're so pretty. I thought those would work perfect with this collection. And I just chose 3, and all 3 are just fairly tone on tone, and well, the one has some florals and things on it that you can see. The one I'm playing with now and trying to decide, it's got a floral and a little butterfly, and it's pretty sweet. I really like it. I had off camera put all of my foam tape on here on all of my embellishments, and it is all the 1mm foam tape from scrapbook.com. I don't put it all the way on the stems. I just put a little bit here and there. On these blooms, you're going to see it's just around the edges, and then the middle I add adhesive to, so it'll be flat in the middle and then just popped up around the edges, so it looks more like a real flower. It has some dimension like a flower would be. The blooms would be coming out, the petals. So that's how I do those. And that kind of made a little curve all the way around to where it's almost touching that bottom one. Hers didn't do that, but it just kept growing, and that's how it ended up. Hers kind of went all the way to that far right corner, and I think that's because of where she placed her. Since she had the big owls, I didn't have that, so mine is a little bit, my photos are a little bit higher in placement, but I like how it turned out. So I'm going to add my tag. I did not pop the center of the tag out. And in fact, I glued it down to make sure that it wouldn't fall out later, because I didn't really think I wanted any ribbon on this. So I didn't do anything with the hole. I just left it in there, so it's just a tag shape with no hole at all. I don't know if I've ever done that before, but today that's what we did. And here's that label. I think it was from You Are My Sunshine. And the orange, and if you've noticed, the collections so often, even a summer and a fall collection, have some similar colors. And this orange worked well, so I just pulled that out, and it's going to hold what is really, a very tiny little title. Amanda's title said fall. My title is going to say sweet. And I really didn't have anything for this. It's not a big story. It was just cute pictures, honestly. And she's not even looking. But they're so sweet. Her little ruffle butts outfit. So I pulled out some of that 1mm foam tape, and I'm just adding the tile stickers directly on it. And then I'm going to cut part of them off just to make sure that it looks even. Normally, on my tile stickers, I will kind of do them offset and kind of wiggly, and I like that look. But on this one, I just decided I wanted it to be nice and straight across here, and then add those other two embellishments as well. So that's why I used the foam tape. I could pop it up, just a little. It's just that real thin foam tape. I did pull the adhesive that comes with these off and then put the 1mm. You have to have a little bit of foam tape on it because of how the flare is made. It's not flat all the way across the back. The middle is recessed just a little bit. So you have to have something, or the adhesive won't be able to reach the paper. So then I'm going to add these last couple of little blooms and a leaf there in the same way. I'm getting close to the end here. I had kind of thought, and I kind of wish now, maybe I still will, I had kind of thought that little orange flare down there at the bottom, I was thinking it would be so cute to add a little rub-on phrase or word or whatever on it. So I may look through and see what I've got and add a rub-on word on that flare. I think that would be really cute. I think it would work well because of the canvas button. It's covered with a canvas, and I think that would work really well. So I didn't do any hand stitching on this layout, but I am going to pull out these little sticker stitches, and I'm going to add those. I pulled the yellow first, and it wasn't going to show up over my tag, and I wanted it to show up. So I add that right there on the edge, not all the way across the tag, just kind of in a wonky little way. And I'm kind of mimicking the stitching that is on the border that has the little critter over there right beside the picture. There's some stitching all the way down that, and I really liked it. So I pulled out a label and put the date on that, and then added one more little thing of stitches there, and that is my layout. So this hop has a playlist every single week. Tara puts that together. She takes care of all of us. She does all the work, and we just do our videos and add it to the playlist. And for your convenience, you can click the link and then see everyone's video. And we're all scraplifting the same layout, so it's so fun to see what everyone's done. I will be back again tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do that because there will be a giveaway coming up very soon. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.